I'm here with Jay from Speedtech. He brought this beautiful red 69 Camaro. Jay, tell us a little bit about the suspension.
It has one of the Speedtech's new extreme subframe in the front with a bunch of really cool revised geometry in it. It also allows us to run the big 315 Falcon tire on the front and turn it a full 30 degrees. We've also now incorporated our torque arm rear suspension into this car with a 9-inch, so we've really made it a complete Pro Touring package.
Perfect, and brakes on it.
We're using the Bear brakes, 14-inch Pro Plus, the Bear Pro Plus front and rear, with a Willwood master cylinder setup.
Nice.
You know, the owner of this car doesn't do a ton of racing, but wants to, start getting more into that. So we chose to put in just a 525 horse GM crate motor, the LS3. It does have a Viper T56 in it, Ford 9-inch rear end with our torque arm suspension, and a really good center section with a true track posi. This car, the owner's had this car, since he was 16, which 30 plus years. So the body and paint was done from its previous build. So we really went through and replaced everything underneath. So it does, like I say, it's got the new extreme subframe in it, frame connectors, our torque arm rear suspension. So we went through and did all that process at the shop, as well as installing the motor and the transmission.
Sure. So essentially now it's all one complete, I wouldn't say frame, but everything is put together as one piece.
Yeah, it's all tied together now, and so now we can get out and run some autocross events, some track days, and really get to enjoy the car.
Awesome. Why don't we get this thing up on the lift and take a look underneath?
That'd be great.
All right, so we got the car up in the air. We can visually see everything under it. Jay, tell us about the front suspension.
Well, this is our new extreme subframe. One of the key components we have though is the sweet manufacturing rack and pinion. It's a really big, heavy-duty rack and pinion made for road racing, made to turn these big tires on these cars the way we're using them. So that works really well for us. The other thing we do with the new extreme frame, we have a spline-style sway bar. So very easy to swap and change bar rates, just taking the ends off and changing out a bar.
One cool thing about this rack, you were telling me that you can change the valving in it to add more resistance to your wheel, just to kind of get it customized to you.
Yeah, so depending on how a guy is using it, we discuss that with the customers. We're putting this program together. So we do have the ability to change the valve orifice size to get the amount of feedback and feel that you want on the wheel, depending on the wheel and tire combination, how the car's getting used.
Very cool piece. Tell us a little bit about the torque arm and the rear suspension that we have here.
Yeah, our torque arm, we've had it available for a long while. It works exceptionally well. Very easy to install at home. There's no cutting or modifying of the floor whatsoever. There is one upper cross member that's, once it's placed onto the frame rails, gets welded into place. Our trailing arms here bolt into the original leaf spring pocket. They are articulated in the middle of the arm, so it really allows the suspension to rotate through its motion with no bind.
Perfect.
Once this all bolts together with our pinion mount, now we do have this system for 9-inch rear ends, 12 bolt and 10 bolts. But once the pinion is fixed to the torque arm, then pinion angle never changes. We can adjust that with shims underneath the pinion, and you can also lengthen and shorten these lower trailing arms, as well as having the ability to move them up and down. And we tie all that package together with a Panhard Bar, so we can adjust roll center.
Right. Well, I love the packaging. I'm looking forward to seeing it on the track.
Yeah, we're looking forward to running it also.
Great.